All right, guys, we made it. Day 13. Just woke up at the hotel. I'm walking to get some breakfast, some coffee, and I spotted the Oxnard mural. Let's go. Good morning. Reporting live from Oxnard. It's day 13. Just went on a gorgeous walk, man, to Starbucks. It's a little 0.8 down the road, which is just the perfect amount. There we go. But yeah, guys, it got me thinking. This journey, just all the walking, and even something like walking to that Starbucks has me thinking that in the future, I'm going to be more mindful of just walking to places that are close. Because why not? You know? It's good exercise. It's good for your body. It's good for your heart. But yeah, yesterday was absolutely brutal. And the wind was relentless. Everything was just really tough, guys. There was only like one restaurant on my route. Hold on. Woo. There was only one restaurant on my route. From where I started, it was 5 miles away. So I was like, cool. Let me load up over there, get some food. And that was where I made one of my biggest mistakes, which was eating a New England clam chowder bread bowl. Holy, bro. After I ate that, I felt like so tired. I was like, I could literally sleep. And then I noticed on the walk all the way to Oxnard that I had to stop a ton, dude. I took 2 naps yesterday. But ultimately, I got to this stretch where the NASA base was before I just pretty much had a tapping out moment, guys. I officially called the cavalry. I got an Uber. I was in a tough spot. I was on military property, and it was getting dark, and I was walking the highway, and I was like, I can't pitch a tent right here on this military property, the NASA base. So I ended up calling an Uber. It drove me 5 miles to the laundromat where I immediately did my laundry. Praise the Lord, I did that. I needed to, bro. My clothes were smelling so bad. And then I got a delicious burrito, restocked on some supplies, ended up getting a hotel where I'm at right now. And so all in all, it was a great day. It was really tough. I walked about 20 miles. Whew, but the wind, bro. It was the wind that was really killing me. And yeah, the running out of like food and stuff at the end of the day. I had a freeze-dried meal prep in my bag, but I don't have any hot water. So I was like, damn. That's one time where I really regret not having the cookware, but shedding that has saved me a lot of weight on the walk. But yeah, guys, just check the score. We're at like 390,000 steps, not counting the day off that we had in Santa Monica. And I'm excited. Today's going to be a full rest day. And one of my followers lives out here. So gracious to let me come over. And so I'm going to leave here, probably go post up, chill, and once that person gets off work and hits me up, I'm gonna head over there. It's like 5 miles of a walk, so I'll probably end up being near there anyways, walking towards the coast. They live right by the coast, so very excited. I'm gonna get another full day rest with a little bit of walking, 5 miles with the pack, but that's not too bad. I'm gonna go real slow, take my time, and just really try and dial in the feet for tomorrow. But yeah, the feet have seen better days. I really I went in on them last night, trying to clean them and put like cream and stuff on them to help them out. So stay tuned. All right, guys, I have yet to do a bag reveal, and I feel like now's a good time to do it at the hotel. Walk you through a little bit of the items that I've got in my bag. Also show you the techniques that I use to carry this and pack it properly. So starting with essentials, got shelter, 2-person Kelty tent, rain fly, poles and stakes. Truthfully, I've only used the stakes like once or twice, so that's actually extra weight that I don't need. But I think it's good to have just in case you don't want to not have stakes. um, sleeping pad, blanket, as well as mattress with a inflatable bag. Book that I have not started reading yet that I plan on starting to read soon. My buddy Jack gave me that, told me I should bring it. One of these ration meals, some granola bars, hairbrush. This right here is actually some hydration tablets that you can pour into your water. As you can see, I got the baby wipes. I have a whole med kit full of supplies, bandages, a giant construction trash bag liner for in case it rains. That's an easy little hack to keep your pack from getting wet. AAA batteries to replace the batteries that are in the headlamp that will be dying soon. I just picked those up last night. Personal with lighters. Got some plastic bags. These are always good to have on deck, as well as these trash bags. These grocery bags. Got soap, conditioner, some zip ties, a gift that was given to me from Riley. Thank you, Riley. And then moving on, we've got our cords to charge the portable chargers. I'm rocking a 20,000 Belkin, as well as a 10,000 mAh Mophie, and some shears to cut the bandages. Hopefully I don't need those. This right here is very, very good. Nut butter. You put it on your chafed areas, helps a lot. Also moving on, I've got some dental floss, as well as lotion for my feet, toothbrush, toothpaste, my sticker collection that I'll be giving out to followers on the journey. Hoka shoes, Clip to 9s. And then moving on finally to the clothes. Got some Duluth dry fit zipper pants. These are great in any weather. 2 pairs of toe socks, 2 pairs of wool socks, 2 pairs of black socks, 1 pair of underwear, 1 gaiter to cover my face, and all of this stuff, as well as the blanket that I maybe forgot to add, and the pillow, are going to fit in this pack right here. And this pack is a Gregory. If I'm not mistaken, it's a 75. Yeah, it is a 75. And in the past, I had a Kelty 90. So I actually downgraded to a smaller size by getting this. Oh, can't forget to add fingernail clippers. Need those in there. And then here's some other clothes that I have that I'm trying to dry right now. That when I did my laundry last night, I was wearing that. And so when I got to the hotel, the reason why I like to keep these bags as well is because you can fill them with hot water and a little bit of laundry soap, and you can get your clothes clean on the go. Making sure I didn't leave anything in the bathroom. My checkout's in an hour, so I have plenty of time to do this. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and fold it all up, put it in the pack, and I'll show you that process next. All right, we're gonna try and do our best. We don't have a tripod, so I'm just gonna make do with what I got. Let's pack up the bag. I find that it's easier if you put the blanket and the pillow in the bottom from the beginning, and it sort of gives you your available room in the pack to work with from there. Yeah, I'm gonna take my blanket and pillow crunched up, push it in here. And this requires a little bit of jamming it in, but once it gets in there, I mean, it's pretty snug. And it doesn't require you to like stretch the zippers or anything. So up until this point, this blanket and pillow have proven to not only get the job done like a standard blanket and pillow, but even though they're large, not designed for backpacking, you can make them fit. That's a little light. There we go. That helps. So we're going to go ahead and pack the bag full of goodies. Starting with blanket. Alright, that's good. That gives you your little bottom. Which then, my next tech that I've recently started doing, which I actually like, I used to let the pad hang from the bottom. Then I realized that if I open the pad, kind of like accordion style, like this, inside of the pack, it adds a little bit of cushion and it creates more space. And it doesn't have to hang from the bottom of the bag. So yeah, the blanket in there, the pillow, creating a lot of room. You kind of just push it down. And now you can see that I have this little space inside the pack. So it doesn't seem like much for now, but it definitely helped me since I started packing like this, get a lot more efficiency. So the next thing I will do is I will take this bag right here, which is actually to hold my tent. This is where I've been putting my clothes and using it as a pillow at night. So I'm going to place all my gear in here, my clothes. Now, I'll not be wearing shoes today, and so all my laundry is done and clean. But guys, when I'm starting to get dirty clothes, I put them in the front of this pack until I run through all the clothes. Then I put the dirties in here. Just did the laundry last night, so that's actually all of my clothes that I showed you on the bed. Nice and neatly put in here. And this doubles as a pillow if you need that added neck support. There's been several nights where I've either put this under my pillow at night or I use it in between my legs to give my knees a little break. So I'm going to start by putting this in sideways down the bottom, like that. And the next thing I'm going to do is put these stakes, which I have not used as much, in this bag. And I do have a sleeve for my tent poles that I can't seem to find right now. Kind of worries me because I don't want these to create any issues in the bag, so we're just going to make it simple. I've got 2 extra socks that I brought on purpose for something like this. We got a sock sleeve for your, and then this sock is great because God forbid I need an extra cloth material, whatever, we're good to go. That'll keep it from poking anything in the bag. So I'm going to tuck that in front of this cushion right here, as far down as it'll go. And then next will be in the order of which I will be pulling things out. So we will start by putting the inflatable mattress in there, laying it down sideways on its side, which then follows up with the rain fly in the tent. Got the rain fly folded up pretty well. That fits beautifully right there. And I've got the tent, which I try to keep, because of the screen mesh and it not being in a case. It's just important you don't have things poking around in the backpack. So yeah, I keep that away from the tent poles, which are right here. What else? Next, I'll take all of these plastic bags and put them in here. I can actually put all my med kit in here as well. Anything that I need for like first aid is going to be in here. So I might as well throw my toothpaste. Actually, I'll save that. So I'm going to just add the lotion in here. And I like keeping this in the pocket to easily access. I had to use that about 3 times yesterday. And in addition, we will put these zip ties, which I have yet to have to use, thankfully, in here. A crimp for your hair that multi-purposes as like something that can hold something. A pair of scissors to cut gauze. These are very, very important, guys. It was like day 3 in San Diego, I had to buy these. Don't skip on clipping your toenails. Your body will thank you later. And I'm gonna put my toiletry soap with conditioner in here as well. Kind of fill this as its own little thing now. I'm really glad I'm doing this reorganization. It's been a while. And it's necessary to try and optimize your pack as much as you can, guys, whenever you can. All right, so next, I forgot about this liner. This is a construction bag liner that if I get caught in the rain, this will be the pack cover. So I'll just cut 2 slits on the side and slide my arms through it. And this will actually keep my pack from getting wet because I don't have a pack liner, and nor do I have a rain cover for my backpack. So get all the air out of this. And this is sort of a lot of extra weight, but you will not regret having these on trail. I'm gonna set these down for now because they're gonna go into the top of the bag. Moving on to some other supplies. So the next thing I want to pack is going to be the side pockets. And guys, these side pockets right here, they go like up and down. So if you position your bag, you lay it flat like this, you'll actually be able to see all of that space in there. So on one side, I like to keep this book, this meal that I probably will end up eating in the next day. I've carried that the entire walk, a wooden fork to just have. I will put my stickers in here as well. Florida's uses stickers. Those can get tucked. Batteries that I just got last night for my headlamp, which I think will be dying any day now. In addition to that, got a hairbrush that I'll throw in there because that's kind of just been loosely in the bag before this repack, so I'm kind of excited to get that out of the way. And then boom, zips up easily. If you try to zip it standing up, the pressure of the bag will kind of make it hard to zip. So this is a far easier technique to lay your pack flat and then to place your things inside of it. From here, I will put my care package that was so graciously gifted to me by Rome Rolls. Rome, if you're watching this, literally like my best friend in Cali. Couldn't have done it without you. Rome dropped me off at the border. He's had my back since day one. He's taking care of my cars. I mean, Rome is a great guy. Appreciate you, Rome. So I will put my goodies that Rome provided me in this part. I'm gonna kind of zip it a little so it doesn't flop out in the moment. And in addition to that, if I'm able to, I'll sneak these in here. And I am. Voila. All right. So now that we've gotten that far, I can actually move what's left of my bag to this table. Because it's really not that much stuff. It's all that I have left out since folding everything up and putting it in the bag. Let's do a little walk. Oh. Let me show you what I'm working with so far. You can see what else is left. Not too much stuff. And this creeps just enough to where you could actually tuck the pack over it. All right, so now we're gonna pop the bag up and start filling in the brain, which is the top pocket of the bag, as well as the side pocket. So stand it up like that. As you can see, there's all this room that in theory, if I wanted to take this pack off, or if I even wanted to take the blanket out and put it in here, and it will sink the pack further. There's kind of unlimited options, and I think had I thought of that before, I just started doing that. I would put the blanket on the top, and it actually positions the bag a little bit better, but I've already got it stuffed in there, so let's take it out. Let's do it one time the right way. I'm trying to get the most optimized space out of the pack. So even though I just stuffed that in to show you, now I'm just going to take the pillow, easily place that in there with no resistance. Push it down as much as you can. Zip your bag, and then that will create some more room for you to push these things down, including the sleeping pad. And so a lot of people will either have a sleeping pad or a sleeping mattress, like an inflatable. But I find that it's more convenient to carry the sleeping pad with the mattress. And as you can see here now, I've got all this room, and I can put this comfortably in the top. It's also nice to have the blanket and not have to squeeze it out of the bottom or squeeze it back in every time, I've learned, in case I want to stop and take a quick nap. All right, so we've made it this far. Wow, it's funny, I haven't had the brain like with nothing in it in so long. So we'll go ahead and button this up. This that is stuck down there, the strap here. And just like that, the pack is just fully loaded, not counting the brain or the side pockets. And so now I'll take my care package of meds, put it in the biggest part of the pack, and I will put my toothbrush, floss, toothpaste in here as well, so it's easy to reach and it's not in a bag, preventing me from grabbing it. And then I'm going to take whatever charger is the biggest that has the most battery and put it in here as well. It's a reserve. It's good to have a reserve. Which means this pocket completely unused, as well as this pocket. And prior to this video, I kind of had stuff just everywhere in those pockets. If I wanted to, I could really load that pocket and not put anything in the other ones, but I think at this point I'm going to put my headlamps on the inside, and everything that's on the top outside is stuff that if it gets wet it's going to be okay. And by putting these on the inside, it gives you a little bit of space. Thinking of which, I'm going to take the portable charger out as well. Put that in there. A little weight distribution too. Alright, so now I've got electronics in there. I will put the chargers for the electronics in there as well. Zip that up. And shout out to Riley. Give me a rubber duck. I'm keeping that. That's going in there as well. Forgot about this. This is an empty container of soap that I will save. So I'm just going to stick this in the front top pocket that has nothing in it. And then that way when I get to some soap later, I'll replace it. Gator, let's put that in this pocket right here. Easy to access. Fully charged smaller charger, we're going to put that in there. Lighter, as well as nut butter to protect your body. Some hydration packets. We'll throw some snacks in this pocket. The water bottle can go in either side. There's a nice stretchy pocket right there that's great for trash or laundry on the walk. Let's see what I forgot. It's looking like I forgot this bag right here, which I'll just push down here. And then as for the steaks that I haven't been using, I'm just going to stick them up here for now. And they'll be in that spot with the soap. It's not really the spot where they should be, but in the event I need them, I'll know they're there. And it will be one less thing that I have to pull out when I go to make a tent later, which will save me some time and energy. And lastly, got my USB-C fast charger. I always keep that in here, the cable. And then I like to put the block itself in one of these top pockets that I can easily access if I'm able to find a charging port. Got my wallet, Shout out to the buddy Pat, Sancho Villa. He has a band. I met Pat in Oceanside. This is a sticker he gave me. I've been carrying it on the walk. And I will put that back there where it was. What else? Got my trekking poles that are there. Some napkins that you may or may not ever need. And then this is just a pack of crackers that I got from getting a powder bowl the other day. So I'm gonna keep that in here. I had about 5 of those. Yesterday I ate 4 of them. So it worked out in my favor to keep those. And then lastly, I'm gonna fasten my shoes into the sides through the laces. These shoes don't have a little loop in the back. So you gotta go through the laces. Honestly, the shoes are really light, so it's not too bad. Snug that in. Go ahead and secure the ring too while we're at it. This goes underneath that. But yeah, guys, the design of this pack is highly, highly efficient to get a lot of things in your travels. And it's crazy to think of how much stuff I actually started with that isn't in this pack, that I'll do a video at the end of the hike showing you all the things that I brought that I ditched on day 3. Or day 2 actually I ditched. Shout out to the buddy Phil from Sacramento who met me in Santiago, and he grabbed my supplies. Alright. So we're gonna go ahead and put that in there. And boom, just like that. The only thing that is not in the pack right now are those which are drying. The pack is then ready to go. So throw it on. It's crazy how much I've gotten used to the weight of the pack as well from like the first few days. Just to throwing it on just now. I mean, it just feels natural on my body. And yeah, this pack is great with the hip assister. Make sure you lock it in, tighten it up. And then this, I found that early on into the hike, I was dealing with a lot of like issues underneath the straps that have since gone away. My skin is sort of toughened up or gotten used to it. But yeah, now my pack is ready. Got my sticks, and that's it. That's everything in my bag. Guys, I did not expect behind the coffee shop I was just in to see this. It's like a small marina. Kind of crazy. But then again, it's like I'm not that far from the ocean, so it makes sense. But nonetheless, it surprised me. It's an absolute gorgeous, windy day here in Oxnard. Waiting to go to a follower's house here in a few hours. Got a little time to kill, just charge up my devices. And yeah, minimal movement today. Trying to save my feet for tomorrow. And right now, probably gonna go to the bathroom. Whoa. Hallelujah. Oh, this is crazy. Your allergies? Made it to the Ventura cross. Alright guys, so we've run into a situation. I've had this messed up toe for a while from hitting it and dropping something on it. But now the whole nail is like coming off. Like from the side. So yeah, it's kind of a situation. What is up, everybody? Day 15 checking in. I'm in Ventura. Holy, bro. Day 13 and 14. We're full on rest days. So blessed, man. Shout out to the community. Shout out to the supporters, to the followers, people reaching out. One of my followers lived in Oxnard, seen me at the hotel on day 12 and reached out and was like, yo, I'm not too far from here. You want to come through? You can come through. You can crash, make yourself at home, take a bath, do your laundry, whatever you need. Man, I needed it. And since I started this trip, I've taken like a quote unquote rest day. Not really much of rest on any of the days that I took. I mean, I was still walking 10 to 15 miles on the rest days. They were more like half days. So it was nice to take a full-fledged rest day, heal the blisters on my toes. My toenail fell off yesterday. That was crazy, kind of got me worried. It was in my head. I was thinking, oh, what's gonna happen? I'm good. My toe is fine. It's growing back. So I'm just gonna let it ride, and I'm gonna monitor it and keep track of it. And if it starts looking like it's getting any sort of issues or anything like that, I'm gonna stop the hike and go to a doctor and get my foot looked at. But yeah, it's a beautiful, absolute banger of a day in Ventura. It's been raining like a crazy freaking amount. First rain of the whole trip, and it caught me lacking on the highway, walking between where I started and getting here. And so I actually activated my my tarp on my bag for the first time. Pretty Florida innovations, we'll call it Florida innovations. You take you take like a construction bag, and you take like a heavy duty construction bag, you slide it over your pack, and you create the little arm slits. And so that worked out great. My pack got a little wet before I did that, but yeah, the rain picked up, so I had to do it. And it brought me to this plaza. There's like a Starbucks, a Vons, Black Bear Diner, and of course a laundromat. And I was thinking the whole time, I was like, man, I hope there's somewhere to dry my hoodie near the grocery store. All right, the Santa Barbara sign. That is the next major spot. We've since got an umbrella that I fashioned to my backpack. Since I got my sweater dry, I didn't want it to get wet again. It was raining, so I was like, I need an umbrella. I had one the day I started in San Diego. And what's crazy is that I've added a lot to my pack the last stop, and I can feel the weight from not walking with it for 2 days, and then the new weight I've added. And so the pack gets a little heavier. I since just kind of bulked up on some food, because there's a chance that I'm gonna just end up camping once I get tired tonight, and I'm not gonna be close to anything. So packed up another thing of electrolytes. I've got like 2 liters of water on me, so that should be more than enough to get me through the day. Although I did just do a whole circle around the block for nothing. This is why you check your maps when you can. I don't know why I walked back that way. That was an L, but you learn something new every day. So on the route to Santa Barbara, day 15, let's go. We've probably done like 8 miles, maybe 10. I don't remember from the first Vons I went to how far it was, but feeling pretty good, guys. The thing that's been not an issue, but just I've noticed, is that my shoulders, man, did they get a break. So much so that they're not as ready for the pack. But yeah, making good progress, even though it's been rainy. It's gonna rain all day until sunset, so let's see where we end up, and we'll find a camp and we'll have a good night. Wow. It's so cool to see the rain. I haven't seen the rainy day in a minute, guys. The water's extra green. Surprisingly not like rolling in crazy waves. The rain's just kind of falling without too much wind, which I'm grateful for. But yeah, it came down pretty hard. Found a tree with a rock under it. Still trying to dial in my umbrella. It's my first day walking with it, so sure I'll either pull out some zip ties and lock it, or Maybe I'll just tuck it in the top of my backpack. But yeah, the trash bag tech, gosh, it's so hard to walk with these sticks, the camera and the umbrella. The trash bag tech is great. It's working well. We've got like 14 miles until we get to a kind of like a town. So I've got supplies to make it through the night if I have to, or we'll just keep pushing, hoping that the weather clears up and that I can do a strong push if it clears up. But yeah, this is a pretty good little section. I walked a few miles on a bike trail, which was really nice. It was off the highway, but it looks like I'm about to be back on the highway. So I'm gonna focus up and gonna have to charge my phone here soon. So stay tuned. Woo! Just took an amazing nap. It was raining and it started getting pretty bad. So I went under here and got a nice nap in. But look at this. This is what I just woke up to. Oh, baby. Guys, and just like that, seen nothing but rain all day. Look at that sunset. Ooh, baby. All right. This road has been enjoyable at night. There's not too much traffic. And I think I'm like 10 miles from like the nearest stores and everything. So that'll give me something to wake up and get excited to go to tomorrow for another resupply. I already went through most of the snacks I got earlier. But yeah, it's been a wonderful day. Took a nap under a bridge. Train woke me up because it went over the top. Sounded like thunder, like the storm was rolling in. And then I got up right as the sun was setting. It's absolutely gorgeous. So day 15, covering some distance, trying to see how far we can go. Got a decent little nap in. The legs are feeling good. My shoulders took like the brunt of the weight today. I didn't have my pack position correctly, which is probably just because I took like 2 days off. I didn't wear it, and so I had to like do some adjustments to get it right. But we're dialing it in and we're gonna keep on walking. All right, guys, we made it into the tent. Holy, we set our record today, the most steps we've taken. We did it all in sandals. Oh man, we did like 55,000 steps. I think it was 26 miles, or maybe it was probably about 27 when I really think about it. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. But just counting that I did like this, I probably did like almost a mile of meaningless loops earlier trying to get to a store. It's always trying to get to a store or like getting back on track. And then oh boy, I made it to the city that I'm in, Carpinteria or Caipirinha, I forgot what it's called. It's pretty close to Santa Barbara. It's the only thing with a store around. And I made it to the AM PM where I got like an Arizona tea and some honey roasted nuts. And then I had this bag, this freeze dried dinner. Special shout out to Epic Adventures. Epic Outdoor Adventures. Bro, I'm so cooked right now, I can't even think. But shout out to Dylan, who gave me the food. And I made it. It was the first time I ever made one of those freeze-dried mountain meals. I forgot what they're called, but it was really good. I put like way too much water in it, and it was like almost like a soup, which I actually really liked. And I will say that like the quality of the meat and the mushroom was really good for it being freeze-dried. Like it tasted pretty dang good, but it could have definitely used like some hot sauce and maybe like an added like ingredient or two. I can't think of what it needed. Maybe a little bit more veggies, like some greens. Something in there with like a little bit more crunch, like broccoli. I don't know. It was really good though. I will probably not be getting those in the future. They're like $12. $12 per meal. And after I ate it, I was like, I would never pay $12 for this. This is crazy. I'd pay like $5 for it. So, yeah. I don't know. It just didn't taste like I was thinking for $12 you could get like pretty much whatever, like from a fast food place or just anything, a sandwich or something that would have. But it did hit the spot. There's nothing else around, so it worked out. Oh man, gosh, I can't even talk, guys. This light is blinding me. But yeah, tonight was it was a full send, man. It was a rough one for like a few miles towards the end, and then got to chat on the phone with one of my buddies, and that took my mind off the walking. And then it just was like I was in the conversation. I just kept going, and I was like, man, I'm so close. I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, it's a cold night. It says it's 48, but feels like 37. I don't even know how they make that up. It's not that bad. We'll see how I feel at 4 a.m. Right before the sun comes out. If it wakes me up, then I'll know it got cold. But yeah, the forecast for the next few days is looking like it's gonna get colder and colder. But yeah, it's part of the game. We're going further up north. The climate is a little different. I mean, it's much different here than it is in San Diego. And so, anyways, guys, I'm just rambling. I'm yapping right now. It's day 15, and we had our most distance covered in one day. Check. Come to think of it, we actually did a marathon. Now that I think about it, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and drop your boy a like, drop your boy a subscribe, so I can try and get my channel monetized so I can afford to pay for something like this. But yeah, appreciate everyone that's supporting, and thank you so much. See you tomorrow for day 16. Good night.